he goes down to Franklin. Yeah, Franklin takes all the way up to the.
Got it.
Yes, it's pretty good launch back there.
Arrogance and ales.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Arrogance and Ales, where beer industry people talk to other industry people and navel gaze about our lives in the beer industry. I'm Fraz. That's JJ. There's Josh. So I found both my gorilla and my brewer after last week. And we have two special guests with us this week. Special guests, easy for me to say. Please tell us who you are.
Mike B, beer industry lifer.
Jim Wyman, owner and brewer at Bine Valley Brewing in Oregon.
Yeah, see, y'all thought we only knew people in New York and like the New England. Guess what?
Tri-state area.
People. Yeah, tri-state area. Well, we pick up some New England people. Yeah. So,
do we though?
Yes. Yes, he's from Oregon. He has a brewery in Oregon.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
yeah.
New England people that we got.
Yeah, all right. Well, what? Yeah.
In other words, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on.
So, for those of you who are new to our rolling dervish that we got going on here, this is Arrogance and Ales, where we talk about what's new in the beer industry this week, and we review beers and what we're sipping on. So, I'm gonna start with JJ. Tell us what you are sipping on.
You're not going to be impressed because I bought more AMC this week and I cheaped out and bought some discount beer. I bought Goose Island Next Coast.
Okay, hold on. Let's go Goose Island the next coast. Huh?
Is that a lager? Or is that a IPA?
It's a very crushable IPA, 7%. It's really good. I mean, for $20 a case on discount, I had to buy some more AMC, you know. So
it's 7%, but totally crushable. Not quite like any other IPA you've had. Big, bracing, piney hop flavors meet a tropical bouquet of Eureka, Nugget, Mosaic, Citra, and 06277 hops. There's a balanced bitterness that blends seamlessly into the light medium body. Sip it or rip it, whatever. We're not your mom. What do you think?
I think there is a nice bitterness on the back end, tropical up front. It's super easy to drink. Again, it's kind of like a crispy boy meets an IPA. You know what I mean? So it's a crushable IPA at 7% yet too.
That sounds good. I mean, if you can crush it at 7%, I'm not against it. So I know what's coming next. Josh, my friend, what are you sipping on?
No, I'm saving that for later, but I'm drinking fucking Captain Lawrence Classic Lager.
Pretty good.
It was 5-6
Was back in the day. Is it still good?
I mean, I just had it recently. There's fucking something wrong with it. Like with those big ass bubbles, there's like an infection going on.
Oh, okay.
If you can see that.
Yeah,
and this is a pretty fresh batch. 326. I bought this because this beer is usually like clutch. It's usually really good for the price too. It's like $8 for a 4-pack up here. But yeah, there's something fucking going on. It's like super active. Tastes a little sour, really carbonated. So it's also sitting warm on a shelf, but that really shouldn't affect a lager like that.
No. All right, special guests, what are you guys sipping on?
So we're here at the Northeast Tap Room, by the way.
Nice.
We grabbed a glass of the Lawson's Little Sip.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was kind of an interesting little situation. We lift them up, we take a little look. We have a fun little contrast. So we ended up getting to the bottom of the barrel. So this is the first beer. And then that's what the bottom of the section looks like. Real nice kind of floral hop aroma. Real light palate. Finishes clean. Pretty much like a perfect like rendition of your session IPAs. I think it has a little bit more of a West Coast feel even than like the normal New England IPA styles that you would expect from Lawson. So I'm digging it because West Coast IPAs are underdone at this point in time, in my opinion. This isn't just a little, nod to my buddy over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we're not playing to the home crowd, are we?
Yeah.
All right.
Brewed
So
20
special
minutes
guest.
from where I'm at right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they brewed
yeah.
at Two Roads.
Two roads, yeah.
Do you guys honestly think that
Oh,
Sip
yeah.
of Sunshine? I know originally it was like considered a New England, but now that you taste it now compared to some of the New Englands, it does taste more West Coasty
100%.
than New England style it is now, as it is now.
Eddie Topper
Yeah.
the same.
Well, I was
think
just
it's
gonna say, when's the last time you had the Alchemist? That's
It's the same thing.
vocal, heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all the same. It's like, wow, this is.
Yeah.
I used to think this was juice, and it's like, no, this is like dank.
It's dank as fuck. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
bitter.
It's better,
And yeah, it's very
Yeah.
bitter.
which I don't mind. I still love folk.
I love
don't
it,
care what
yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. All right. So
Yeah.
special guests, the way it works on this show is the guys like seeing how drunk I can get while we do the show. So you have the 4 choices in front of me. And again, do myself no favors this week because I really didn't want to pick out any of Josh's stuff that he gave me that was all 13%. So
Wow.
I have, listen, I did it last week when you weren't on. All right. I don't need to just constantly, I can take my knee pads once in a while off, Josh. So I have EQ's Dreamweave Fluctuation, which is of course a double. I have other halves, Parquet Floors, which of course, oh no, it's only a single. Hey, I have a Stillwater. Oh yeah, Seltzer, the Pineapple, and I have Terpy Enigma from American Solara Double. Which would you guys like me to start with?
I think in the theme of our early conversation, we should definitely get after that seltzer. right
Oh,
away.
first, I usually as a palate cleanser. Damn you. All right, let's go. Oh, let's see.
Is that out of the mixed
No,
12 pack or whatever?
No, we don't get that nice package. We just get them as a case.
Yeah, I better get a fucking sweet seltzer mixed 12 pack. 12%. You hear me?
All of a sudden, Josh's phone starts to ring. I gotta go, guys. A natural hard seltzer with pineapple and white sage. We're not that in depth. All right, let's go.
Yeah, that's good. I like all of those. I like the hopped ones you did. I thought they were all great.
The citrus haze is awesome. If I have to drink a seltzer, I'm drinking citrus haze. It's just vastly. It's kind of green. All right.
You haven't had luscious yet, bro.
A little greeny.
You're right. You're right. It smells like a pineapple. Yeah. So sage makes me feel like I am drinking at Crystal Store. But it's not as pineapple as I want it to be. But it's still a seltzer, so I don't love it no matter
What's the
what.
date on that?
Batch number 2.
Where does it say it's made? That has to be like a fucking
Doesn't
Dorchester.
Born on, dead on.
what? Yeah, no, it just says
Born on or a dead on.
nope. It just has a batch number and the actual hour it was produced.
Doesn't
don't
say
think
like
self-
DOR or anything.
I don't think
What?
seltzers really deteriorate over time that much, do they?
I didn't.
No,
think
I
so.
just had one batch of that same one in it. I thought the sage was like really subtle. I thought it was gonna be like really overpowering. It was like very pineapple forward, sage backwards, but
Huh.
so I didn't know
Yeah,
if they
no.
because that was pre them doing this like mixed 12 pack, whatever the fuck they're doing. So I'm sure it was like a new batch.
Yeah, this may not have been from that batch because this is straight up
Lots of
sage
sage.
forward and not enough pineapple juice, which is surprising because most of their seltzers are the opposite way.
But yeah, I was gonna say Shrunky is pretty good at balance and shit like that. I just had his monkish collab that Saison, which like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna collab with monkish, you're gonna put out Saison, like what? That's some stupid shit I would do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, or you do the other hypiest PA brewery and do a Kolsch that no one wants.
Yeah, hell yeah. Probably why they won't collab with me anymore. Anyway, this shit was
Hey, no, I
that
was gonna say,
Saison
hey-
was so good.
Don't knock on the Kolsch because that's a big seller out in Oregon.
Oh fucking dude,
Yeah,
he's not. This is I tried to collab with somebody and we put out a Kolsch and nobody gave a fuck.
dude,
Other than us, we were just drinking it. It was
Kolsch,
great.
you got seltzers. Everyone's going back to the other way, and it's gonna be Kolsch from here on out. That's gonna be what everyone's talking about and drinking.
I hope you're right.
It's coming from. I'm coming from the West Coast, so hopefully it'll work this way over this way. But when we do a Kolsch release, people get down. We actually have stages, so we got them all proper size. So we put them in a proper breastware, so they're only like 275 for 200 mils of Kolsch, and just like
Nice.
carry a rack around and set them down. Like those are drinking
Hell
beers.
yeah.
Drinking
Fuck
beers.
yeah.
It's like on this side of the country, there's a famous bar in New York City called McSorley's, and they serve
like the light ale, the dark ale, or whatever. Yeah.
light and dark. It's
Yeah.
light and dark.
Yeah.
It's all you can order. You can order light, you can order dark, and you get them in 6-ounce glasses,
Yep.
and they're little tiny mugs.
Yep.
And then you order them by like the dozens, and just go back to your table because ain't
Yeah.
nobody coming to you. All righty, and with that, let's see what's in the news. It's the little things that make our gorilla happy. So I need to keep him happy because he could rip my arms off at any given time. So let's start with, ironically, another brewery in Oregon. A popular Oregon brewer finds a solution to California's direct shipping hurdle. I found this article immensely interesting. Great Notion Brewing out of Portland has found a way to ship directly into California. California has very strict shipping rules. You can only direct ship into California if you are a California brewery. So what did they decide to do? They did what Josh would do. We built a very small amount of beer in a very small location, coming to their 5,200 square foot location. The hub will be primarily a shipping and delivery service.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty ballsy. What do we think about that? That's with Great Notion last year produced 8,000 barrels. This year they're looking to up that number by 50%. And if you can do same day delivery with places like DoorDash and in California, that number
Drizzly.
could be meet. Yeah, Drizzly. So what do we think? I think that's a pretty slick workaround.
Yeah, Jimmy, what do you think? You're out there.
I think they have. I think it's probably the right move, but they have such drive in Oregon so they have such low distribution to most of the markets that everyone's buying. Like there'll be beer bars in the town that I live. So I live in Salem, and I'm about an hour outside of Portland where they are. But there's owners of bars an hour away going to their location, buying their beer at full retail, and then getting their normal markup on it back in the bar. So it's like they have such momentum and drive in that area, and they brew a lot different than in California, where you tend to have, like, for lack of better, like more palatable, a little bit lighter, with a nice hop presence, stuff that's really easy drinkable. For Great Notion, most of their beers, they stop fermentation at 1020, so it's really high, like for kind of like residual sugars that are left in the beer. Like most of your New Englands are a little bit higher, but when you like tend to more drinkable beers like they have in California, it's way lower. So I think it'll be interesting, but I think there's probably a market for those guys down there, and that's like a sneaky move to kind of get you through the steps that you need to do to break into another state.
It's really no different, guys, if you think about it, no different than Southern Tier having a tap room in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then, they can self-distro here too. So they can brew it in New York and do it here. So it's not much different.
I was thinking of Fatheads too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that was one of the first ones that came to mind too. When we just read
12%
that. Funny thing is,
same
we
thing.
just read that article right before this.
Yeah.
Like I pulled it up the minutes before we come on here, and it was like we were just talking about it before we started. I think the bigger craze, like e-commerce, is like insane right now. Like that's, if they can, like, apparently that's on the West Coast, it's here, right? It's in Philly, it's in our area, but it's like everything out there. So it's kind of like to me, it's a notable thing to think about, like with trends and fads that seem sometimes to come west to east, like it's kind of like they might be a little bit ahead of the curve, just being, thinking with that aspect being like their main focus. So
I think e-commerce has accelerated 5 years in the last year just because of COVID, and it's accelerated everywhere. We see it tremendous increase. So, I agree with you. Yeah.
Josh, is that how 12% is considered local in Connecticut and considered local in New York?
Well, they started in New York, and they started reverse. Basically, they were like, they just opened up a bunch of distribution centers fucking all over the place, and then opened up a brewery. So, but them, and I would say like Night Shift was doing that same thing. They were opening up all over the district, because that's who do they carry right now?
Night Shift carries Trillium and Treehouse in Massachusetts.
Wasn't there somebody else in Justin, Mass?
But
I thought they were like actually distro and stuff.
Jack's app? No, that'd be too big.
No.
I don't remember. I
don't
know
know,
that
whatever.
Yeah, they were the first of the, like, say, mid-tier breweries that was like, hey, if we want to go into distribution, what we're going to do is open a distribution company and pay ourselves to ship our shit.
Yeah, because it fucking costs nothing. You need a warehouse and that's it.
Yeah, which you already have if you're brewing the beer. Well, I mean, there is other things, but yeah.
It's funny. Great Notion has distribution out here. To hear that they don't have good distribution in Oregon is kind of odd. We get it here. It's just.
I can't believe they only made 8,000 barrels.
Yeah, that number was a little low too for when I thought.
That's like right where probably we're at.
Plus the cost to there's import in Oregon. If you're outside of Oregon, it's one of the highest states to pay taxes on. They do it. I think they do it because we have 394 breweries within a mile or an hour and a half of each other. So
it was like a mile. Holy shit!
Yeah, no, not a mile. That would have been crazy.
Yeah. Fuck you, Asheville. Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like an hour and a half, and you have almost 400 breweries. So I tend to think that the import tax is like we have us to kind of distribute first, and then we'll kind of start bringing in the other stuff, which makes me sad because I grew up on the East Coast, and there's a lot of beers that I don't get anymore because I live in Oregon. But it's nice to have 400 breweries in a mile or an hour and a half.
I'll send it again. You know what?
You send a good amount of beer.
An hour, not a mile.
Mile and a half. It's real close. They're all connected.
Y'all just walk caustic between each one.
It
of
takes
these.
you 4 days to go through a brewery tour.
I would do that. I would do that. All right. So, JJ, what would you like me to drink?
What's the one in the middle there?
The middle is the IPA from Other Half.
Yeah, do that one.
Okay. Let's see if I can spell Parquet right. Here we go. Okay. There we go. So, classic hop game in this IPA with loads of Citra Galaxy and the new kid on the block, Talus. 7%. What is Talus? Either you guys know?
Some sort of hop.
Thanks. Appreciate that one, brewer. Other brewer.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's fucking 900 different hop variants.
Yeah, I know.
It's like those the blend.
Jimmy, did you ever hear that variety?
Yeah.
What's it called? Talus?
Yeah, Talus. Talus. All right, so we're nice and cloudy. Okay, I mean that's par for the course for Other Half. Good nose, not overpoweringly juicy or citra or anything. Yeah. Okay. This isn't. This is a great IPA. Its mouthfeel is perfect. It tastes good. It to me doesn't have any taste that I find comes out more than any of the others. It's just kind of like, that's a solid, nice, citrusy, like whatever tropical IPA. I really do like the mouthfeel, so it's really nice and smooth. Yeah, I'll drink this. I'd enjoy this if I was in a bar paying probably $16 for 12 ounces.
That's a good price. Talus is apparently the daughter of Sabro, so I'm out already. Citrus, floral, wood, and fruit aromas.
Isn't Sabro the one that has like a coconut
Yeah,
presence? Yeah.
straight coconut.
Yeah,
Good.
gotta love that. Gotta love
Hard pass.
So,
that. Hard pass on the coconut, bro.
so Jimmy, tell us a little bit about Bine Valley Brewing and how you got started.
Oh man. So I actually started brewing on a whim with this guy here years ago. And then I had a job where I worked with robotics equipment for agricultural stuff, mostly on the like the dairy side. So it's like robots that milk cows. And that took me from Pennsylvania to Oregon. And when I got out to Oregon, we always had the itch to do something ourselves. And when I got out there, just started meeting all these different brewers that started super small places. And it was very feasible out there. So I was living in this town that was just kind of west of where we are. And my partner that I have now, the day that he opened his tiny brewery, I like showed up, and then we talked about how I was doing the same thing he was doing, and then we partnered up. So we started out in about 1,500 square feet, and we started with Colorado Brewing Systems Brewery, they're gone now. So it was we could do 2 barrels, and it's kind of like a brew in the bag situation. So we have this big mash basket that goes in, and we mash with like our full volume water, and we recirc the whole time through the mash bed. And then we don't do sparge, so we just lift the whole mash basket out, and it drains out the bottom, and then that's when we start a boil. So it's a super small system, but it's been really good for us and efficient. And then like our whole cellar side is all SS Brewtech. So we have 2 barrel, like glycol jacketed fermenters. And we have 5 of those and 3 1 barrels. But we started basically with the Colorado Brewing System and 3 barrels of beer, 7, 8, 9, 10 bar stools, and 2 4-tops. And that's kind of how we got going. So it was super small. Super small.
No, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So
super
where are you at now? Accelerate, the 3 years, and where are you at now?
So we're at about 15 barrels of fermentation space. We still have the same brew house, but we have 2 coolers now, and we added a kitchen. We took over the space that was next to us, and they had basically the mirror square footage. So we took those guys over, blew out the wall, and we're at about 3,000 square foot. And about half of that is for customers. And then we added a wood-fired pizza oven and kind of a small kitchen to it as well.
Dude,
So.
wood-fired pizza is the shit, man. If you ever get up to Jack's Abbey, their wood-fired pizza is the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Did you ever go up there?
What doesn't go with beer? Pizza.
I know.
Like it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
One of the cool things too, about me and Jimmy, like I said, we've been friends forever. When he went out there, the cool thing since he's been home is telling me about how he's implementing like the Philly flavor into Oregon, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like, everything out there is really health conscious and kind of like clean eating and stuff. And he's like, fucking cheesesteaks, pizza, let's go.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have basically, it's because it's all normal to us, but we have basically an East Coast menu. And I tried so hard I got close to recreate the chili sauce at Yako's, but we have like chili dogs the right way, and we have pizza the right way, and we have cheesesteaks the right way. And people are like, can I do this? And I trained everybody like, no, you can't do that. Just order it this way. I'm trying to bring the whole East Coast flair out to the West Coast, and people have loved it. The one night I was standing in the brewery, and I think there was about, I don't know, 13 or 14 people from Pennsylvania that transplanted out to Oregon in the brewery, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you sit there with like a John Kruk jersey going, what? Say something.
What?
Say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It's a hoagie.
Yeah.
Not no damn sandwich.
We had to teach people hoagie too. They were like, what's a hoggy?
No.
And,
No.
and I abbreviated.
What are they called out there? Grinders?
The subs. They just call them subs.
Subs.
But the craziest part about it is nobody eats like no one would eat a hoagie for dinner. So I like convince people it's like it's okay. It's a cold sandwich. But it's good. It's like really good, and you can eat this. They were like, "No, this is lunch." I'm like, "No, this is all the time. This is me at 2:30 or like 2:30 back in the day going to Wawa like hoagie."
Yeah. Well, that's not an East Coast thing. That's straight up just Pennsylvania. Because fucking,
Yeah.
I'm in Connecticut now, and nobody knows
Yeah.
what the fuck a Wawa is. There's nothing even remotely close to a Wawa out here.
Is it Grinder up there?
No, there's hoagies, but like hot sandwiches are grinders.
Okay, yeah.
Grinders
I know-
are hot.
Where's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
hero
but I
line
know of
from?
places
Yeah.
like down south and shit, and I've heard of like West Coast calling just hoagies grinders.
There's
So-
a hero line somewhere. Like my wife's from Long Island and they call them heroes out there. So there's a line somewhere between like,
Yeah, that's a long.
is that just
Yeah, it
Long
might
Island?
be. It really might be.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
it
think
Long
Heroes close to
Island?
Fucking
Island.
Long Island.
Island.
Long Island.
It's out on the island. Yeah, out on the island.
Dude, the biggest thing is when I moved out to Oregon, I was, oh man, I miss Wawa. And they're like, what's Wawa? I was like, well, it's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain
oh my
something.
god.
well, it's like a gas station, but
You
they
get
have food,
at.
and they're like, you eat a gas
They're like, what
station?
the fuck is wrong with you?
What?
Yeah. When I moved up here, I was telling people that like, yeah, like where's like a Wawa, something like that. Like what the fuck
Yeah.
is that? They're like Cumberland Farms, which is not anywhere close. Don't go
Like
to
a
a
fried
Cumbies
chicken
ever.
one?
They're fine.
No,
No,
that-
that's
Royal
Quick
Farms.
Check.
Oh, that's
Royal
Royal
Quick-
Farms.
or Royal Farms, Quick Check, both of those are fucking great.
Yeah.
Cumberland Farms, no.
Yeah.
People like Royal or Cumberland Farms is like just a 7-Eleven that somebody with lots of money fucking upgraded. That's it. It's still just like frozen trash. Like, but yeah, I came up here and nobody understood like what you eat food from a gas station. I'm like, all right, that's not like yeah, but no, okay.
No, the right answer is no. I
The
don't
fucking
eat food from
deli,
a
all
gas
right?
station. I love food from a gas station.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's what we do in Pennsylvania.
Oh, why can I not remember the one seasonal hoagie they do, which is like
Oh, the gobbler.
The turkey
The
one.
gobbler.
That's it.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gobbler.
yeah. Yeah.
The gobbler, yeah. I was like,
I mean,
trying
between
to explain to
Sheets, fucking Quick Check, Royal Farms, and Wawa, like it's wild that there's that many chains of deli gas stations in one state. Like, what?
Don't
what's
forget
going
Rudders.
on? What's
Don't forget
yeah,
Rudders.
Rudders? Oh yeah, that's another
Yeah,
one. You can get
Rudders.
alcoholic slushies to go from Rudders, like
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
The
Like, let's
Rudders,
sit down and have a
Rudders-
talk. What the fuck is going on?
yeah, dude, Rudders is it's kind of a powerhouse. Their sandwiches are really good. I
Rudders
was
is
always-
actually really good too.
yeah, they're fucking good. I had one for the first time like a couple weeks ago and I was impressed.
Rudders is like
Rofo
central
chicken.
PA, just like fucking rural in the middle of nowhere is the only place I've seen those.
Yeah.
Like outside
Can't
of
even see anybody in
Harrisburg,
the
like
places wrong with them.
Yeah.
yeah.
listen, well, you can get Natty Bows at Rofo, and you get the best fried chicken. There is no other chain
Rofo.
chicken.
Yeah.
It's Rofo, and number one is Crown Chicken. Number two is Rofo.
Oh my God, Crown Chicken? What the fuck?
Ouch.
Are you serious?
Dude, never disrespect Crown.
Bro, first of all, if you see a Crown Fried Chicken, you need to get in your car and drive away because you're in a bad place.
Yes, you are. That's why I love them so much. You are in a bad neighborhood, and you better have friends.
I don't even,
Better have friends.
so we have the last the only Bojangles
Only Bojangles.
north of
Whoa.
Mason-Dixon
Yeah.
right
Wow,
here in
really?
Reading, Pennsylvania. So
Yeah.
just saying,
Oh.
if you ever want to
Oh.
really
Just
get down,
saying.
I
you go
drove-
Bo.
I drove here from Oregon, and my wife is with me. The first
Yeah.
place we ate was Bojangles, 11 o'clock. The moment they opened, the first day we got here, we were here hours in town. She's like, Bojangles now.
That's great.
Need it.
That's like when I had to go get that Popeyes spicy chicken. But I will
Oh,
say,
sandwich.
the Popeyes,
Yeah.
is
Bread is so
is
much better.
yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. It's the
You
bread.
gotta try
is-
Bojangles, man.
Yo.
You're gonna lose it.
Popeyes owns the chicken finger in the sandwich, but if you just want fried chicken, Bojangles is the
Bojangles
fucking.
is the man.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Also, if
alright.
you want to get yelled at and fucking judged the entire time you're ordering, go to Popeyes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't. No, yeah. Like it was like the first time I went to Jim's. And for those who don't know, Jim's is like cheesesteak place in South
My
Philly.
favorite. That's my favorite.
South Street.
Yep, on South Street. It's
I
my
know,
favorite
boy.
spot too, even though that makes us tourists, even though I lived in Philadelphia, I still don't give a shit. And I remember the first time I went in there and I was looking and I was like, I knew what a fucking cheesesteak was. I was
Yeah.
like, I'll have a whiz with. And this giant dude from behind the counter was like, boy, it's real loud on this grill. You gotta speak with your chest. I was like, whiz with, mother. Like, there's no need for cursing, though. I don't know why
I
you have
took-
to curse. I was like,
I took-
"Sorry, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I took my
Give me
best friend there because he used to go to like Pat's or Gino's. I was like, nah, man, you gotta go to Jim's. This is like best memory there. Kind of the same situation. We're standing in line, and there's this dude standing behind him, and he's well dressed, just put together, looks real nice. Sunday hat on, everything is looking really nice. And my buddy steps back, and he stepped on a shoe, and I looked back and I was like, you just stepped on that guy's gaiters. We got to get out of here.
Oh, you gotta
get-
leave. You need to leave.
We gotta
You
leave.
need to leave
We gotta
because the
leave.
dude from behind the counter is coming for you too. You can't step on gators.
So I said, I
Now
was like,
not
uh,
in gyms.
I got up to the window, I ordered mine, and I ordered my buddies and said, we'll take care of his too. And we'll see you at the register.
That was smart. That actually diffused a
But
lot.
Jim's is the best. At the brewery out in Oregon, I try to copycat Jim's, like just do everything. Because that's my favorite spot too.
Still talking about gyms.
Yeah, Jim's.
Yes.
Of course you're talking about Jim's. I talked about how my buddy Mark stepped on this dude's gators and we had a split. And I buy him his meal. But yeah, Jim's is great. And then wait, did you see the whole Philly burrito? So you go to Jim's
Yes.
and you get a cheesesteak, you go to Lorenzo's, get a slice, and then
Get a
roll
slice.
it up and then eat the whole
100%. Listen, maybe it's because you can't see that the cans are in front of me. I am a rather large, rotund gentleman. And if you think that my short, fat ass hasn't had a Philly burrito, you
Yes.
are mistaken.
Yeah.
Mistaken.
I
Because
saw it on
Lorenzo's Pizza
YouTube.
also.
I saw it on YouTube, but I'm on the West Coast. I'm like, I can't even do this.
Nobody sells oversized slices of pie.
No.
Dude,
Will
It
you
was
have a
gra-
wood on?
I have a wood oven. I'm probably the
Yeah.
only place in town that, like, hopefully no one's watching from our area, but like, we're the only place in town that actually makes nice pizza. Like, I feel everything's like canned mushrooms, tons of ingredients. really
Oh,
thick.
what the
Like,
fuck?
yeah, it's like the same family that like they started it and someone broke. It's the same shit that happens over here, you know, like the Faras and all these guys. Like people break off and do their own thing, but they all didn't do anything. They just didn't do anything different.
I'll tell you, that's one thing that when my wife and I, we road trip California for our honeymoon like 5 years ago. We started in San Diego, drove to San Fran, and stopped in like a bunch of national parks and all, and had beer everywhere. There is no such thing as like good pizza in
No.
California. Like I like the
The
best
whole
pizza I
Northwest.
had in California was at Russian River. Like
Oh,
They're gonna say
their pizza was
CDK.
pretty good.
Yeah,
But,
there's a
like,
problem. Yeah, but
it
it's
was
a whole,
still-
it's Italian family, so they
Yeah,
have this
right,
baby. Like
exactly.
he's got to do a good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, so
They'll-
that was
they'll
the
find
and like like I said, we were there for 10 days, and that was the second to last day we were there. That was the first time I had a good slice in that whole trip. So it
mean-
definitely, I get where you're coming from. There's no good. We tried it too. There's no good pizza out.
Not to go on a pizza tangent, but so we sell like a 13, 14 inch pizza, maybe like depends. Like if you get like a margarita, it's like $10. But like a 15-inch pizza in the town that we live is like $23.
What?
The large pizzas that they do, like one or two toppings, they're like almost $40.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
You know how
Terrible.
expensive flour is, dude?
Yeah.
You know how expensive
That
flour is,
pays for 3 bags of flour.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I
Make
do know how
fucking 90
expensive flour.
pizzas for that one pizza cost. That's
But
fucking
I said to my
No,
friends,
good
like,
first of all, good for them.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's
smart
also true. If you
businessmen.
can get it.
People are gonna pay for fucking $40 for something that costs $1.70 to make. Great.
and then everybody's into the take and bake, and I'm like, wait, you bought.
That's
So
fine.
I didn't
That's
get it
such
at
a
first.
fad.
I was like,
DiGiorno?
oh, you bought a pizza
No,
that you
there's
have to
like
make
the-
at home. I'm like,
What's that brand called? Because they're the number
Papa Murphy.
5.
Papa
Yeah, that's
Murphy's?
the number 5 fucking
Yeah. I know.
pizza chain in the entire US
And they don't
right
even
now.
cook
How
it.
wild is
They
that?
don't even
And they
cook
just
the
give you it
pizza.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
they don't even
crazy.
cook the
Never
pizza.
heard of
wild.
this. Now I'm like,
So I moved
No,
out.
because I don't think it's a
do
thing
it.
on the
Yeah.
East Coast. I think it's just a West Coast thing and like
It is.
central US. Like
Yeah.
it hasn't
I
made
moved
it
out
to the
there-
East Coast yet.
My neighbor was like, oh, I got a pizza. She's like, oh, let me
Papa
go put it in
Murphy's,
the
yeah.
oven. I'm like, oh, you're just rewarming it. She's like, no,
Yeah.
you got to bake it. I'm like, so you
Yeah,
order
no,
a
you have to
pizza
make
and
the
then you
whole
have to cook
fucking
yourself.
thing.
Yeah.
And,
So it's
and that's an
crazy.
establishment. Like if you were buying frozen pizza, why wouldn't you just buy it from a fucking grocery store? Like if that's
Yeah.
have you had
'Cause
it?
it's
Is it good?
cheaper.
Because apparently it's good.
I mean, it's okay.
But like it's okay. Apparently
It's
it's okay.
basically, it's
Not
it's like
good, but
it's
okay.
like frozen pizza. You know, you like drink a bunch and you're like, I want pizza. I got Red Baron in the freezer, which cost me $5. I'm gonna eat
So
it.
it's not better than Red Baron. It's
No.
that's
No.
that level.
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
we gotta
okay,
get
hold on,
Port-
hold
we gotta
on.
You
get
pay like
Portnoy on the
$15 for
show.
it.
Yeah, wait. Yeah,
We gotta get
first,
Portnoy on here.
But wait, also, so JJ's, they're basically explaining mateys to us, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so we have
That's
it.
Mateys.
here.
Yeah. I was trying to think of
We
the
have
name
it
of
in,
That's-
in the
yeah.
Lehigh Valley. We have it. It's called mateys. Except here's the thing: it's like what, $5, $6?
$4.99. Yeah.
$4.99.
$4.99.
See, that's price.
Well, yeah, we have one in
priced
Connecticut,
exactly where it
Lombardi,
needs to
and
be
it's like
priced.
that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
$5 or $6, something like
You're
that.
paying
And the
30,
pizza's
you're paying
actually good.
$30 for canned mushrooms in Oregon. It's like, what the fuck?
No, wait, I can't.
Well,
Because
I mean, if we're
$5,
talking
that
about
pizza's
pizza,
great.
if we're talking
Oh.
about pizza,
Again,
we're
he's gonna
fucking
do
talking
this.
about
Yeah,
He's
pizza.
gonna do this again.
Like, have you motherfuckers been like? Do you
Have
know
you
where
been
I
to
live? I
Connecticut?
literally.
Do you know where I
have you
live?
been
Yo,
to Connecticut?
yo,
Have you ever been to New
Connecticut?
Haven, Connecticut? Like
White
it's
clam
unbelievable.
It's the best.
Yeah,
The
Cold
white
fire.
clam pizza in Connecticut is
I
by
live
far
fucking
the
5
best.
minutes from there. That's
So
literally like what I eat.
when-
It's insane.
When we were looking for the oven for the brewery, I called
Tried to get
everybody
a
in the
coal
township.
fire.
Everybody in the township, they would not let me put a coal-fired pizza in because I'm like, I'm doing New Haven pizza.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well,
no, you
that's
can't put a coal
Connecticut is the only place in
Yeah.
the country that is allowed to do coal fire, and
Yeah.
all these places, the only reason they have it is because they're grandfathered in 100 fucking years ago. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Well, it's hot as shit. That's why it's good.
Dude,
I mean,
it's like
oh
it's
my god, yeah, that's how you
thin
get that
crust,
charred
like, super
crispiness.
hot.
Like,
But what
God.
James is saying is they do the white clam pizza, so it's just like
Yeah.
clams, fresh garlic, olive oil.
oh,
coal,
it's
thin,
freaking
it
great.
gets charred on the bottom. Like I'm in.
I feel like every time you hear that though, like the first time I heard it, I was like, white clam pizza, like
this is not
whatever.
good.
It sounds all
Yeah.
right. It sounds all
Yeah.
right, but like I'm not
Yeah.
like whatever.
So-
And then the first time I had it was like, holy fuck. And then they cut
So
it
the
like
clams
assholes for
chopped
some
or
Yeah,
like
they
reason.
chop, they chop.
Yeah,
they
it's- they're
They
chopped,
That's
They
like
chop
the-
up. They chop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah, it's like
argument-
tiny
almost
little
like
pieces of
shallots.
clam.
The argument is New
Yeah.
Haven, Connecticut is the pizza capital of the world, and I'm like,
World.
I've never
It's
even
not an
been.
argument.
But Dave
It's the
Portnoy, I
fucking-
feel is like my spirit animal, so I'm going with him. I'm going
Dude.
with him. He's
Yeah,
eating a
El
lot of pizza.
Presidente is not lying. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 4 of the highest rated fucking pizza places, and they've been there for over 100 years, all of them. They're on the
Pizza.
same street.
That's what I said. A
Pizza.
pizza. A pizza.
It's a Biza. It's like has a B to it. It's super weird. Like
A pizza.
it's we don't have
R&D.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
have-
yeah.
yeah, we don't have pizza here. We have APIZZA. They add an A and then they pronounce it with a B. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck they're doing. The Italians are wild out here. Ibiza. That's what we got. It's fucking. If you haven't had it, get in your goddamn car right now and come out here. I got a
I will
couch
say,
with white
hold
clam
on.
pizza on.
you got if I'm getting charred bottom, I'm coming because it is so difficult outside of Philadelphia for me to get one pizzeria to just be like, for the love of God, people, burn the bottom of this MF.
Wait, have you never had New
No,
Haven pizza?
dude. No.
Are you fucking dude? You don't ask for it. It comes like that, and you
I
shut the fuck
can't.
up and you eat it. You
That's
don't
how
get
it-
an
that's
option.
how it is at
just
Jack's
comes
Abbey,
like
too.
that.
Jack's Abbey
Yeah,
makes
'cause
this.
they're
They
not
make
far.
this
They're like an
this mushroom pizza that is just fucking phenomenal. It's got all kinds of wild mushrooms all over it in a
Welcome to
wood fired
Pizza
oven.
and
It
Ale.
is great.
All right. Now
Their
all I
pretzels are
want.
banging at Jack's Abbey.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard. All right. So now all I want to do is effing get a pizza. So I'm gonna drink more, and I'm going to pick one my damn self, and I'm gonna
You
pick
haven't
American.
given anybody else. This is like your 9th beer. You haven't given anybody else an option. To
I'm
talk
sorry?
about what they're drinking.
Would-
Like, come on.
Would anybody else like
Uh,
to tell me what they're
Who else?
drinking?
JJ, what are you?
Listen,
drinking
man,
right now?
I'm going. Listen, I'm going low this week, man. I'm continuing with the next coast because I'm like negative 90 in my checking account and positive 240,000 in AMC.
Hell yeah.
8 grand.
Hell yeah.
We are not giving any sort of stock
Nice.
advice here. We're just gonna say, diamond hands, Citadel's going down. Snitches get
Buy
stitches.
stock in Robinhood.
No. Come on, that's a Russian
guys-
oligarch. No, or
You guys
Turkish oligarch.
are you guys drinking anything else right now? I'm just
You
gonna
guys?
take a fucking seltzer. So
So we just grabbed a local classic. Well, I shouldn't
Okay.
say local, but a regional classic. A Dogfish 60-minute on draft.
Oh, there you go.
Delicious
could you-
little East Coast IPA that's really more of a West Coast IPA with all the C hops and balanced, full bodied. It's good stuff. We
Mike-
were actually, before we came here, we went down and had some wings. We had some new trails. The forget what the fuck it's called, but the new New Trail double IPA.
Hammock.
It was fucking good. It was so good, and they're 9%. We had, a few, so it's kind of bring it down to earth here with a couple 6%ers and session IPAs.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Hammock. Hammock is this week's release.
It was fucking good.
So, what would be your favorite of the IPAs that Dogfish makes? I think we've all drank enough.
I've drank in a couple of them. If I had to say in an everyday drinker, I'd probably go with 60-minute. I mean,
Okay.
I do like 60-minute. It's a solid brew. Most of the new beers that have come out lately have all been on the hazy side of things, right? So I've kind of missing the West Coast style beers. I was harping on it earlier a little bit, but it's true. I like a clear beer. I like a bitter beer. I like a balanced beer. I'm personally over lactose sugar and all that stuff. I'm ready to get back to your Lagunitas, your traditional Coronado Islanders, the traditional West Coast style Firestone Walk. I could keep going, but that kind of stuff is what
All right. JJ. Now we are taking, for the record, we're taking 120 off the table. That's not an IPA. It's a barley wine. It's wonderful. Sam himself has told me that is a barley wine on multiple occasions, and he tells you have to age it. So I'm taking that one off the table. JJ, your favorite IPA from Dogfish? Just the topic. I thought it would be nice. And then I'm going to get to Josh's Luscious because, it looks wonderful.
You know what? That 75-minute was really good. I enjoyed
God,
that.
yes.
Ooh,
The Johnny Cask?
Yeah,
The
that was
Johnny
great.
Cask?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
On
great.
cask.
Yummy,
too.
yummy. That's
Yeah.
100% my
Oh,
favorite.
yeah. I've had it. All right, Josh, before you get to Luscious, at least tell me which one was your favorite. Their IPAs. Dogfish IPA.
No, 75-minute, 100%. I used to seek that beer out. I have posters, shirts. I used to grab cases of that shit when I would go to Dogfish every year. I was just down there and they didn't fucking have it. I don't even think they make it anymore.
I don't think they do either.
They did it for a winter seasonal for a couple of years, but that stopped, I think, a year or two ago.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'll tell you what my
I
least
do.
favorite is. They just put out this fucking weird
No.
6.5% walk not.
The
The
Hazio.
The walk.
the
No, it's
Hazy,
walk not run.
Oh, Walk Not Run.
Okay.
The one from Maine.
Walk Not
Wasn't it a
Run.
collaboration?
Oh, it might have been. I don't know. It was
Might have
just
been.
fucking. It wasn't balanced. It was crazy bitter. It was a lot.
So I was going to say Squall. Squall was my favorite.
Ooh, Squall. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. But wasn't that
Yeah.
a barrel aged 75-minute or
I
something?
think it was technically a pale ale. I think it was called a pale ale back in the day.
It was.
I think I
but
still have a bottle of it.
Yeah.
the way they explained it to me when I bought the bottle at one of the secret releases or the hidden vault releases, if you ever go to the brew pub, there's special bottles there. And the way they explained it to me was it was 90-minute unfiltered back when that was a mistake. And I was like, oh, that's
Fair
awesome.
enough.
I like 90 minutes. So yeah, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, instead it doesn't die. So you could just age it and it gets weirder. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool to me. All right, Josh, please tell me what you're sipping on.
Yeah,
Or
and unfiltered and
what you were-
100% bottle conditioned. That was the deal with Squall. It was
Yeah.
bottle conditioned too.
It was awesome. I can go get I can go get the
Palisade,
bottle.
Amarillo, Simcoe, Cascade,
Look
CTZ,
at you.
Wilmette. I just pulled it up on Untapped.
Yeah, bro. You don't think I know these things?
Josh is such an
I know
untapped
things.
hound. He
Yeah,
loves
exactly.
Untapped.
That's
I
all-
know. I
that's all you
fucking
do.
literally just look at it and want to fucking stab my eyeballs out. It's fucking
All right, what are you
great.
drinking, Josh?
Well,
Stab my eyeballs
this
out.
is fucking
Yeah.
carrot juice. It looks like.
Yeah, looks like carrot juice. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, this is how Abomination does fucking seltzers. Let's go.
Nice. That's a seltzer?
hmm
No shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, 5.5% in an insane amount of fruit, and then ran through a pasteurizer so it doesn't explode.
Yeah, Josh, do you have those? So in Oregon, it's become like increasingly popular for these like crazy overfruited sours. Do you guys have
Oh,
you
yeah.
seeing that too?
Oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah, we have a sour line of that as
Yeah.
well. But we
Like
everybody throws lactose and all that shit. We try and like at least do it the cleaner way and like
we
actually
we have
sour
to-
these and not throw lactose in and like let the fruit kind of do their own thing.
Yeah.
Like not be like dessert I mean, we still do that as well, but like
Oh,
mainly
yeah.
for collaborations. But we have
Yeah.
like our harvester fruited series. It's like 7%.
Yeah.
You know, because we have the luxury of being able to run our stuff through a pasteurizer at 12%, so we can just like
Yeah.
lock in all the
Yeah,
fruit flavor.
Yeah, we-
Stop it.
Yeah, we don't do that. We
Yeah.
tell everybody keep it cold and roll the hell out.
Well,
of
yeah.
it before you drink it,
Yeah.
it's blow up.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do the same thing. It's like it's
Yeah.
nice having nice equipment and just being like, here we go. Just
Yeah, here we go.
done.
This is gonna be. This
I mean-
won't kill anybody in the car as you ride home.
Hand grenades, literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a
it's-
time we were doing the same shit. So
that stuff is crazy.
this would have
So
never, this seltzer would have never been possible if we
those,
weren't
like,
able to
crazy fruited-
pasteurize it because we get it up to like whatever, I forget what ABV we get it up to, and then basically throw a shitload of fruit in
Yeah,
and then pasteurize it, so it's
Yeah.
just like done. But there was there's no way to make something like this unless it's like keep it cold and drink it super fresh, because even that
Yeah.
kept cold, shit might fucking just still keep going and explode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We put labels on the can. So we get this like really nice fruit purees in from France, and we're just
Where
like
at?
cold crash. It comes from Chef's Warehouse. So they do
Okay.
like they're a food supplier as well. I think it's Boiron. I think it's like Boiron. But
pretty
so
sure
we're
I got it
small.
too from
So we're small. We're only like doing 2-barrel batches. So we can get like 25 kg tubs in, and everything works out. But
And
yeah, we just crash it, try to pull as much yeast off as we can, add the fruit puree, bubble it up once or twice, keg it, can it, roll the cans, have a good time, and yeah, don't sit on it. Like drink it now. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Josh, what is it?
No, I was gonna say what, like carbonation wise, like with something like that, do you kind of stick, because most of the seltzers are in that like higher carbonation
Yeah, like
range, like
champagne carbonation.
so like do you guys with something like that, do you keep it like what level are you, what levels are you at with that?
I don't know exactly what this was at, but it's pretty low. It's just like a nice little finish on the back end, just like to let you know. It's fucking fruit juice. Like
Yeah.
it tastes
Yeah.
like straight up fruit juice with a little bubble on the back end.
Do you get any of the claim? Do you guys get any Claim 52 stuff out here? Probably not. It's just brewery in
Claim
Oregon, but
52.
they do this. They call it thick. It's like their thick series. So it's like these
Okay.
just crazy.
Smooge.
Yeah. So
So
but,
that's what
three
this is like, our
Cs.
double.
Three
We have
Cs.
like a regular version that's like
Yeah.
not like that, but it's still like
so they put so much fruit puree and everything so much in suspension in the beer. You can actually, the carbonation gets stuck as it's trying to like escape the beer.
yeah.
So it's like there's these layers of carbonation bubbles because there's so much. Yeah, it's so
It's hard to
thick.
see, like the light's not there,
It's
but you
really
can kind of see
crazy
it as it's coming up. Like there's this layer, and if you let it sit for 15-20 minutes, it's just, this is the first one that we've made, and we just put it out a week ago, so we're still working through the kinks. But yeah,
JJ,
I mean,
do you
people
carry-
just
do you
want
carry
fucking
that,
fruit
JJ?
juice.
No, we
No,
don't.
he
get-
fucking said
Oh.
no. I don't. He said it's too expensive for my blood, and they wouldn't buy this shit. So
I'm going to try it. Josh. I'm
Hey,
not gonna
quick
lie, I'm
quick
pretty-
question for the brewers here. Pasteurizing obviously is a great way to kill the yeast, but wine uses potassium sorbate or nitrate, or uses nitrates to kill the yeast. Is that something possible if you don't have a pasteurizer or with beer, or no?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming that there's a reason why people haven't done that, but
I think probably towards the, because you have, so you're talking about like after wine is fermented, so you kill yeast, but then there's multiple steps after it. I feel like you might be able to taste it in a finished beer product, but I don't know.
I mean, it'd just be an interesting way if a brewery doesn't have a pasteurization process and they
Trying
don't
to
want their
figure it
cans
out.
to explode, try to figure that out, by
Yeah.
killing the yeast through nitrates.
The beer
I
would
don't-
die.
Yeah.
The beer would die. The beer would
yeah, and
die
then it's
before.
depending on the beer, you're gonna kill off the yeast and have fucking off yeast flavors. Kind of what I'm thinking.
No, it's just the amount of time. So when you put those in wine, it takes multiple weeks, if not months, to get that nitrate out, and the beer would die.
That's like,
Oh,
so
nitrate
you
would
could,
filter out of the taste.
yeah. So you could
So you
possibly
would
do it
taste
in-
it.
I'm just trying to kick the idea around. That's all.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but no, I know this only because I know due to have made home wine, and when they add the nitrates, they have to sit on the wine for like sometimes up to 3 months, just for like to get that taste out, so you don't
Spell
taste it.
out.
Yeah. And if you tried to do it on one of these beers, you're just sitting on the beer for 3 months.
I wonder if if like high UV could do something similar, like, because that pretty sure that's the way, like, forget which brewery I've been to, but I feel like there's been at least one brewery tour that I've been on over the years that they used UV to kill off.
I think that would impart bad, like
probably
off
rolling,
flavors.
probably Rolling Rock that does that.
Yeah.
I feel like there was something that, I'm just saying, I think that, yeah, it's probably Rolling Rock. I feel like that was something that I saw.
Whose dogs are those?
Mine. The Amazon guys here. Shit.
Oh
But, like,
no.
outside of like figuring out like for having a brewery and having a very small brewery with very limited amount of equipment, I do like kind of that realm of those heavily fruited sours, or like drink them now, drink them fresh, because it is hard to get people to like, especially with very hoppy beers, and especially like, fresh hop beers and all those different beers that have delicate flavors. It's like, you don't want those people to let those sit in your fridge and just kind of hang out, because as a brewer, you want them to taste exactly what you tasted, the minute it was carbonated. So, shelf stableness to me is, I get it for the big guys, but for us, it's like, we're so small that we sell 99% of our beer on draft, that that's exactly what I want. I just want people just to get it out fresh, and, don't wait on it. Don't save it. Because we crowler. So we crowler beers, and I'm like, don't save the beer.
Yeah.
Drink it
Drink
right.
it immediately.
Drink it.
Yeah.
Just drink
'Cause
it
there's no
now.
way I can get that. There's no way I can get any of that oxygen out of there, because it's from it's from the draft into the can. It's like, no, drink it now. Don't save it.
By the way, this is that bottle of Squall from 2010 at Dogfish.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's
Yeah, I
up,
have that
bitches?
same one.
Crack it.
If it was cold, honestly, I would. We've done it on previous shows where I just went into my my beer cabinet. No, most people have a liquor cabinet, and I just grabbed like whatever old beers I had, and that show was really bad for me. Almost
Drink that new
everything.
midnight snack I gave you.
I drank it. It was so good.
Oh, you already drank it?
Of course, it was so good. It was very good. I liked the previous midnight snack more.
Cheesecake?
The one that was super fudge
Oh.
2 ago.
Oh, so you haven't tried the new one, the cookies and cream?
No, you gave me cookies and cream. I don't think I had cheesecake.
Okay. Cheesecake was
Yeah.
banging. That was probably my favorite.
Oh well, of course. Why would you give it to your friend? That just been friends for a long time. All right, now I'm going
probably
back to
have
what I
some.
was drinking. Yeah, well, go find me some. Terpy Enigma. The description is obviously written by Josh, because this is what it says: a double IPA with Enigma.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's 8% alcohol.
Fuck all you untapped fuckers.
Yep.
So I will say I'm one of these really weirdos who Enigma is like probably my favorite hop. I don't know
got
how
it.
either.
We got Enigma Fog coming out this week.
No. Yes, you bring to my mouth hole.
Enigma
right.
Fog, triple dry hop strata, and lemon drop fog.
Just showing off. All right. It looks right. It looks yummy.
Came out at 12%. I'm sure it's delicious. When was that packaged? Is that freshy?
605.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 weeks old. It's smooth. It's
I like
smooth.
that
Bro,
series a lot.
You got a mustache
What?
going on for us?
I mean, I have a beard and it, I got a big nose, so it casts a shadow. But
It was a weird, yeah.
no, you're right. I like to pour with head just because it's in my training in my brain constantly. If you don't have any head, it doesn't release. I don't know. Okay, this does not beat other half's Enigma in my book, but it's a damn good Enigma beer, and I hope Josh's is better. What were you gonna say to me, Jim?
That's one fun thing that we got back on at the brewery is growing up here in town, we had what was the craft beer bar downtown? The old Reading Brewery, where Dustin worked.
Oh, Canal Street.
Canal Street. So Canal
Oh
Street.
wait,
Pub.
Canal Street's gone.
It's
No,
still there.
it's still there. It's
but
still there.
Dusty, remember
Dusty's gone. But one
Dusty's gone, so-
of the biggest things for me is like when I started getting the craft beer was I would go down there and they had proper glassware. So at the brewery, we actually and it kind of freaked people out, but we switched over to proper glassware. So the IPA glasses that Dogfish Head did with Sierra Nevada, we switched over to them for all of our hoppy beers. We have like these, like, do you remember like the old like Hams, like old shitty beer commercials with the Pilsner glasses that were stemmed, like fluted? We brought those back. Like, so when you come to like I said earlier, like a Kolsch actually comes in a stained glass. So we switched, like the biggest thing for me is like, I was like, man, I'm drinking all these different beers, but you don't understand like the importance of where they come, like where they are, where they come from. And then there's also glassware that goes with it. So we just brought back all this classic glassware at the brewery. So every beer comes in a proper glassware. It's a pain in the ass for everybody at the
No, that's
brewery.
awesome. That's
But
awesome.
for me, like when I got into craft beer, it's so exciting because I'm like, well, why am I getting this in this goblet? Like, you know, it's like
Somebody explain this.
yeah, exactly.
Where everything comes in a fucking pint.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
so the town that we're in, like every brewery does a 20 ounce glass, and it's like I don't want to put I in Oregon 8% double or an 8% IPA is still in the realm of a normal IPA. Like doubles don't get out so it's a little bit different. So it's like you have breweries putting 8-9% beers in a 20 ounce glass. It's like, well, you're not doing it service. Like bring it down a little bit, enjoy it, slow down. Like ESB, all those, yeah, just slam them.
Plus, it's more profitable. It's more profitable if
Yeah.
you serve it in a 12-ounce pour. Let's be smart about this.
I was just gonna say,
come
because
on.
I was a bar coming from the bar industry before, working in the beer industry, that like it creates a conversation at the point of sale, right? Like at that initial communication with your customers or walking up, like, why is it in that glass? Then you can explain to them, you can explain to them what you're doing, why you're doing it, and it helps educate that consumer. So then, like, next time they're at a grocery store or a distributor or another bar, they know why they're drinking, what they're drinking, and they might even seek out that glassware at home. Like,
yeah,
for me, that was how, like, early on, in the early 2000s, when this whole thing kind of restarted and the new version of the craft beer revolution kind of came to fruition, like, that was really important back then. And I don't see that as important. Like, it's not something that's focused on anymore. And I think there's probably
We have
some
chug
missed
videos, for Christ's sake.
Right.
yeah.
There's some missed
Of craft
opportunities.
beer.
There's some missed opportunities there. Because listen, I'm all about shotgunning
Natty
shotgun
Bo.
beers are getting fucked up.
Natty Bo. I'm down with Natty. I love Natty Bo.
Listen, man,
I love Natty Bo.
I'll go grab a twisted tea out of the cooler and shotgun it right now. Like, I'm not against
Do it.
You won't do it. No, you won't. No, you won't.
I think
Yeah,
that
see?
in the industry, right? In the
He's about to
industry,
get iced.
I think that that's something that we could all benefit from, no matter what you're doing, is tying that glassware back into it. Because like, no matter what you're doing, like what part of the industry you're in, there's some way that you can use that to increase either your sales, your profits, like however you can manipulate it. There's different ways that you can use that. So
That's a tough sell for salesmen to go into a bar and sell that though. I
really
that's a hard sell.
Well, yeah, you're talking about salesman. I'm talking about a craft brewery. You're not into that
Yeah.
for money,
Yeah,
you know. You're
yeah.
just into it to drink beer and brew. Like
Right.
you're not gonna get rich, so
Right.
might as well give people a story behind it.
But even like, if you're a bar owner or I don't know, like I said, it's just a thought that I have now. Cause like I've seen how much the industry's changed from when I got into it to where it's at now. And like, that's one of the major differences that I think, I noticed over the last decade and a half is that kind of stuff isn't important anymore.
Well, we got because we have stages now, so they're small. We got like, well, can I get this in a bigger glass? I'm like, no, it's Kolsch. Drink it as cold as possible. It's delicious.
Did it make anybody cry?
It's a small. No, I didn't make anybody cry. Not at that moment.
There's a lot of weak ass motherfuckers out there, I hear.
Not about. But I have some opinions on food that people don't like, and I just told them they were wrong, and that was about it. But
Yeah, because you're like us. You're a Southern PA trash monkey. We eat anything.
yeah.
People don't even understand.
Some
They're
guy
like,
goes, he's like, "Oh, you're from Philadelphia." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, is that an insult? Like, we get it. Like,
Philadelphia. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
There's more than 10
exactly.
people that live within a mile of me. I'm sorry that my best friend's not a fracking cattle. Get out of here.
Sorry, we don't have 490 breweries in a 1 mile radius.
Yeah,
Exactly. Oh yeah.
Dude,
By
it's
the
tough.
way,
It's tough.
our
It's
state
tough
still
to
has the most
survive, man. It's
breweries
tough.
in the
It's tough.
union, bitches. PA.
Okay,
Most
You've been
breweries
to
in
the King of
union.
Prussia Mall. You've been to the King of Prussia Mall.
Yeah,
Instead of all those little stores, those are all breweries. That's how we fit them in.
Yeah,
the
that's
mall.
wild, dude.
That'd be awesome. You know what? That would work. That's the only way a mall would be cool again. Is if
It's
they
called
made
Dad.
all
It's
of
called
them brew
the
pubs.
mall's called Daddy Daycare.
It would be. It would be.
Just a
Yeah,
bunch
make-
of dudes hanging out all day.
No, make one half of it like the last stores that women go to and that other people go to, like actual couple anchor store, department stores, put a couple of the stores that actually work in the mall. And the second half of the mall is all microbreweries. This shit would work.
It's not a terrible idea with all the malls like getting torn down and going out of business because of Amazon. It's actually not a terrible use of the space. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just gonna
it'd be
buy
kinda
one of
fun if
those
you went
balls
to,
and
like,
put a fucking paintball rink in there and then a brewery. in
Dude,
the
that
middle.
would be
So
awesome.
people
That
fucking
would be
shoot
awesome.
each other in the face.
like,
You guys are
trampoline
talking about fucking
dodgeball or-
900 breweries. Let's fucking
You have
just
to go-
buy a mall
that's-
and just let people shoot each other with paintball guns.
You have to go.
Let's
You have to go
dude.
through the brewery first. The only way you get to paintball is to
JJ.
go through the brewery.
Hit me up, bro, with that
Yo.
AFL money, dog.
Yo, man. When that hits, we're doing it.
He's like, yes.
Put a fucking
Yes.
brewery in the middle of that shit.
Yeah,
Just rent
yeah.
guns. Oh my god, dude.
So the best is here in the Lehigh Valley, we have a place
Yeah, I was
where
gonna
you
say,
can
what's
go.
Lehigh Valley Mall doing? We can do that, right?
Yeah, we could probably, but they have an axe throwing place and
Nice.
a gas 50-mile-per-hour go-kart place with a full open bar. But if you drink, they
Where?
stamp your hand and they don't let you do either of
that,
those.
they do
What
that
the
in
fuck
Reading,
fun
too.
is that?
Where is
But
that?
wait, here's the funny thing.
Wait, where
the
is
check-
that?
Lehigh
it's
Valley.
Lehigh Valley Grand Prix. Inside of Lehigh Valley Grand
Oh,
Prix is
yeah,
an
yeah,
axe
yeah.
throwing.
Oh
place.
shit!
I didn't know they had a
I did,
bar in there.
I went there.
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
get emails from those people.
Yeah. So here's the
Oh,
funny
I
thing.
get emails from them from fucking 11 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing. In the Czech Republic, they have something like this too. So when I went there right after graduating college, and my buddy was like, "Oh yeah. He knows how to drive. He knows how to drive. Let's go to the car racing place." And I was like, "Dude, I want to drink. Like, I don't want to. Like, cool.
Yeah.
I want to go to a
Yeah,
go-kart track, but I want to drink." And he's like, "This is the Czech Republic." I was like, "I don't know what that means." He goes, "You can drink and get in one of the
You
it's
do
a
everything.
go-kart." Yeah, they're like, I was like, "Oh, hold on a minute. Let's do this." And he's 100%.
Go-karts, that's what you call them, huh?
what do you want me to call them? Gas powered vehicles? What? They go 60 miles per hour. They're fast.
Yo, they're EV now.
Oh yeah, they all
There was
are
this-
EV now.
There was this place. There was a place out by our way that had a slick track. I don't know if you ever went on.
Oh,
slick
they're
track.
awesome.
So yeah, they were
Yeah.
like, like old school, like dirt sprint cars, but you could get in the turn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Me and
Oh,
my
no.
dad,
Connecticut has
my
the
uncle, we would
fastest-
go out there and just spend so much money around and around and around.
Oh
and
yeah,
around.
100%. What in Connecticut has the fastest what?
I think they have the fastest like indoor go-kart track in the US. I haven't been there, but I
60 miles
did
per hour.
ads on Facebook. No, I think if they
Oh,
go
Lehigh-
fast, I think they're like, no,
Lehigh-
in Connecticut, there's somewhere it's like the
Oh,
fastest
Connecticut.
in the country.
That's
Well,
awesome.
LV goes 48 miles per hour, and
Yeah.
I think Arnold's right outside is EV,
yeah.
and they go 55. They go 55.
You're right,
It's
so-
regulated.
I went there with my dad for a birthday party, Lehigh Valley, and he came around the corner and he didn't realize the brake was on the other side.
No.
Because you got like 1 foot here,
Yeah.
1 foot there. So he didn't realize the brake was on the other side. So he just slammed full bore into the corner. The whole car is like
Hell
slammed
yeah.
on the ground.
Yo,
I think his helmet popped
think-
off and everything.
Think about that idea. A big warehouse. You got a brewery in the middle with plexiglass all around. The
Oh, you can
freaking
watch these
outside.
people
and watch
a
everybody.
little window and
Oh, dude, that
Fuck
would be
yeah.
awesome.
have like a fucking bot, like have the bar and then have people still be able to hang out in the
Yeah.
bar and watch.
Yeah, yeah,
That would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause then you
it
could just have cameras set up everywhere
Yeah.
on the TVs,
Hunger
just
Games.
watching people getting blasted.
Hunger
Yo,
Games. The
yo,
TVs instead of showing sports is
DJ,
Hunger Games.
seriously, dude?
yeah,
I
that's
think we're on
awesome.
to something here, bro.
That's
That's
awesome.
a
If we could-
smart fucking
I don't
idea.
I don't think it.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
think it would work for insurance, but if we
It'd
could
be so
implement
cheap.
like that water
would be.
park situation where you put a quarter in and then you get to like hit the drivers as they're going by.
Just- oh yeah, yeah. That would actually be cool too. Have like interaction with the
Yeah,
fucking. You
yeah.
could do. I've been to like haunted houses that did shit like that. Like you pay
Yeah.
extra to like fuck with people. Like you
Yeah.
could do
Yeah, that's
something
like
like that.
Knoebels. I
Have the
think.
bar,
Like a boat,
bar
you're on a boat,
people
you're on a
fuck
boat
with.
ride, you're on a boat ride, and there's people standing
Yeah.
there with squirt guns like,
Even if it was just something to like blasted air at people to scare
Yeah.
them, like you
Yeah.
could do. Yo.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
in your
that's after
paintball
this.
thing, you would pay extra, and you could either give the people extra ammo, or you could just straight up have a paintball gun to shoot them too from inside of a bar that
Yeah.
you can't get
Yeah.
in. So
Yeah.
Or like
55
I'm
tickets.
thinking one of those, you know, the trivia, like you go to a
Yeah,
bar and they have the
Mega
fucking
Touch?
touch, mega touch, yeah. Like a situation like that, it's just like pay $1 and like you just have 3 minutes to fuck with people that are playing, you know, paintball, and it's like
Yeah.
shoot blast the CO2 of people, shoot fucking like paint grenades.
If you're a good
like,
shot,
fuck
you
yeah.
can shoot more. That's perfect. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Great.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
all right,
Dude.
kids, we need to stop recording right now on this before we give away another $1 million.
Yeah, you better
dollar
bleep all
idea.
that shit out.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm cutting this all on the podcast. And the podcast is just going to randomly end.
Fucking,
It's gonna
yo,
be like,
I'm fucking
"Hey, yeah,
dumping
this is a
all
really
my,
good idea.
I'm
We
dumping all
should-
my Dogecoin money right into that. So let's go.
Dogecoin.
This
All
is-
right.
this is a
JJ, we'll
pod-
call it
this is a
fucking
pod-
AMC X Doge.
Ooh, AMC.
Yes.
Silverback Brewing.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck yeah. And
I
it's
thought
literally
no,
just
we
the
can't name it
logo is going to be a
Silverback Brewing.
Dogecoin with a fucking silverback gorilla on it.
I can't. No. All right, before we get canceled, ladies and gentlemen, Diamond Hands Strong. This has been Arrogance and Ales. I'm Faraz.
I'm JJ.
Oh.